Although preparing long-term food reserves may be smart and strategic, there are products that you should never stock. Here are 10 foods you should avoid stockpiling for extensive time at any cost. But before moving to the first product, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss an upload. Now, let's get back to the topic. Number 1. Pre-sliced mushrooms. When purchasing vegetables that are sold sliced and shrink-wrapped, such as mushrooms or bell peppers, it may seem convenient to have them pre-cut. However, it's important to note that these vegetables tend to go bad faster than their whole counterparts. Mushrooms, mainly, are known for their short shelf life because of their structure. The lack of a protective cuticle layer makes them more susceptible to spoilage. In fact, research suggests that refrigerated whole mushrooms can be used within 5 to 6 days. Freshly sliced mushrooms, on the other hand, are even more prone to spoilage, as reported in a study published in 2021. The reason behind this is that when mushrooms are sliced, more surface area is exposed to the air and environment. This creates more opportunities for bacteria to grow, leading to faster spoilage. Therefore, it is recommended to purchase whole mushrooms and cut them right before cooking to ensure maximum freshness and safety. Number 2. Green potatoes. There have been a lot of discussion regarding the safety of consuming unripened green potatoes. Although the claim that they are poisonous is up for debate, it's a well-established fact that the new sprouts and green tubers of the potato plant contain a hazardous toxin called solanine. This toxic substance can lead to severe illness if consumed in large amounts, according to the United States National Library of Medicine. Therefore, it's advisable to avoid consuming green potatoes or the new sprouts and cut away any green sections before using them in cooking. Number 3. Brown rice. When it comes to storing rice, most of us tend to buy it in bulk to save some money. But did you know that brown rice should be refreshed every 6 months? According to the U.S. Rice Foundation, the reason behind this is the bran oil that remains on the outside of the grain rice. While white rice is processed to remove that layer, brown rice keeps it intact with almost 4 times the oil content. This oil can go rancid over time, leading to spoilage and unpleasant taste. On the other hand, white rice has a practically indefinite lifespan, so it's essential to keep an eye on the purchase dates and refresh brown rice tubs every 6 months if you want to enjoy delicious and healthy stir-fries. Remember, both white and brown rice are excellent choices, but be careful when making long-term reserves. Number 4. Dried fruit. According to the National Center for Home Food Preservation, the shelf life of dried fruit varies between 4 months to 1 year, depending on the type of fruit. Some dried fruits, like figs, last around 3 months, while others, like raisins, can last up to 1 year. The duration of storage also depends on the storage temperature, as heat can significantly affect the quality of food. In other words, the higher the temperature, the shorter the storage time. Most dried fruits can be stored for up to 1 year at a temperature of 60 degrees, while they can last for up to 6 months at a temperature of 80 degrees. Therefore, it's essential to consider the storage temperature to ensure that your dried fruit stays fresh and lasts for as long as possible. Number 5. Tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is a staple ingredient in many households. Unopened tomato sauce can last up to a year or more due to its high acidity content. Once opened, use it within 3 to 5 days, even if you store it in the fridge. Bacteria can grow in the jar and spoil the sauce. To avoid waste, it's advisable to buy multiple jars to use for a full meal each time. Tomato products can lose their nutritional value over time, even before their expiry date. Lycopene levels can decrease by as much as 30% after just 90 days of storage. It's essential to store your tomato sauce in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight or heat sources. By doing so, you'll ensure that your tomato sauce stays fresh and nutritious for as long as possible. Number 6. Natural peanut butter. It's important to note that there is a difference in shelf life between commercial and natural peanut butter. Commercial peanut butter that's unopened can last for a considerable amount of time, usually between 6 to 24 months, due to the addition of preservatives. However, natural peanut butter does not contain any preservatives and has a shorter shelf life. When unopened, natural peanut butter may only last several months. Once opened, the shelf life of both types of peanut butter decreases. However, the shelf life of natural peanut butter decreases much more rapidly. As such, it's essential to check the label and consume natural peanut butter before its expiration date. Additionally, most natural peanut butter must be stored in the refrigerator once opened to preserve its freshness and prevent spoilage. Number 7. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is a popular condiment that's used to add flavor and creaminess to sandwiches, salads, and dips. It's made from a combination of oil, egg yolk, vinegar, and seasoning. Although the vinegar in mayonnaise is a natural preservative, it's important to note that mayonnaise is prone to spoilage due to the presence of eggs. Once opened, mayonnaise should be consumed within 2 months to ensure its freshness and quality. Unopened mayonnaise can be stored in the pantry for 3 to 4 months, but it's recommended to refrigerate it for longer shelf life. Similarly, most salad dressings also have a shelf life of 2 to 3 months in the fridge after opening. While vinegar helps to preserve them, other ingredients in the dressing are not as resistant to the effects of time. Therefore, it's vital to check the expiration date and consume them before they go bad to avoid potential health risks. Number 8. Olive oil. It may seem that oil is a product that has an indefinite shelf life, but that's not entirely true. Olive oil, in particular, is often thought to get better with age, but this is a common misconception. In fact, the opposite is true. Olive oil has a reasonably long shelf life when it's still sealed, which is typically between 12 and 18 months. However, once you open the bottle, it will start to lose its flavor and aroma. This process accelerates over time. While it is not necessarily a health hazard, the oil can become virtually tasteless or develop an unpleasant odor that you will not want to use on your food, particularly seafood like barramundi. Therefore, it's best to use olive oil within a few months of opening the bottle and to store it in a cool, dark place from light and heat sources to extend its shelf life. Number 9. Deli meat. If you enjoy eating deli meats like ham or turkey, it's important to know that you should store them properly in the refrigerator and consume them within 3 to 5 days. Failure to do so can cause bacterial growth, which can be harmful and cause food poisoning. To prevent this, store deli meats in a meat drawer or at the back of the refrigerator where it's coldest. Listeria is a type of bacteria that can grow quickly on deli meats and can be especially dangerous for pregnant women or people with weak immune systems. If you open a package of store-sliced deli meat, make sure to eat it or throw it away within 3 days. The USDA recommends consuming sliced deli meats within 5 days at most, as the Listeria bacteria can continue to grow even in cold temperatures and can easily be transferred by deli surfaces. Remember, the longer you wait, the riskier those slices become. Number 10. Spices. Spices not only add flavor and richness to our food, but they also have numerous health benefits. It's essential to keep in mind that spices can lose their potency over time. Invest in whole spices and grind them when needed for better flavor. Ground spices lose their potency quicker due to their exposure to air and light. Spices remain safe to consume as long as they're stored correctly, but they become pretty much useless after a certain point. Avoid buying large bottles of spices and be selective about what you throw in the cart. High-quality spice mixes may be the way to go if you're a frequent user of spices. Additionally, you can grow certain pricey spices, including saffron, at home to save some money. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and as always, Feel free to share your opinion on the subject in the comments section below.